Hello and welcome to Dees20Stitches. I'm Dee. My pronouns are they, them. I'm a cross-stitcher, crafter, designer, and just like the best yacht rock boy today. Is that what I am? Yes. Uh-huh. It may be September, but I'm still bringing the summer vibes just in a real intense way. Like I'm the friend who orders a margarita in like December and not like a Christmas margarita, like a Margaritaville margarita. Anyway, nice to see you. I'm actually seeing you sooner than I had promised. Usually I do Flosstubes every month because, that's as long as I have. But this time I'm a little early. And that's because something really special happened this weekend, and that is the release of Hex Hotel and the Three Little Hexes, which is the collaboration between Kari and I for our Halloween collection. So I'm actually going to show you that up front, and I'm going to get you real hyped for Halloween. Even though it's summertime in here, it's also Halloween in here. So we're going to get you kind of stoked for Halloween. I got some great works in progress. I've got a lot of haul, more than usual. And we're just going to spend today together. We're going to get hyped for Halloween. Yes, are you ready? Okay, let's do it. I think I do want to start with the hexes. So, if you don't know, my buddy Kari and I had our first design in the summer with the trans pride tapestry, and there was a lot of cool feedback and a lot of people loved it, so we decided to go at it again, and we decided to go at it hard. We decided to go Halloween. Kari is a very spooky person. I also love my spookiness, so we collabed on 4 patterns. Let me show you the first big one. I don't have it with me. It's actually with my model stitcher. She gets to keep it. My model stitcher for my big pieces is Ariel's Hexes, and she's amazing. So this is Hex Hotel. I'm gonna get you a nice close look. Ooh. So we got my, first of all, little kitty. Gotta have a black cat. We've got the bones of my ex-husband, obviously, in there. And we got a bunch of little spooky boys. We got them all peeping in up here, and our new logo. The cool thing about this pattern, it is, I believe it's 100 by 170, so it is bigger. Not as big as Trans Pride Tapestry for all of you who are going through that. But the cool thing about this pattern, much like Trans Pride Tapestry, is the colors are very interchangeable. So there's black, there's a purple, there's a lime green, and there's a white. I also included a shiny atoll in the moon and in the little bones down there. But you don't have to include that if you don't want to. So that means your hotel can be whatever color you want. And I really want you to kind of play around with that. And that's why we designed these patterns with 4 colors, so you can really play around with them. So Hex Hotel is our big guy. And then we have just the 3 littlest, because I heard you all, I heard the Dee, we love your designs, but man, they big. So we decided to do 3 smalls, and they're a collection, and you get them together. I actually fully finished these myself. I stitched these myself. This is Little Hex Teacup, and I finished it. They all finished the same. Got a little, I have so much sequins from my days as a performer. I have yards and yards of it. So every time I finish, it's gonna have something shiny. And we got a little skelly hands. We got a little bow there, just to finish off. But this is Lil, L-I-L, Hex. Little Hex. There's little. Little Hex in a teacup. He's very cute. Again, the same color palette for these three are the same as Hex Hotel. So have fun with it. There's Little Hex teacup. There's Little Hex planchette. That's what this is called. The little Ouija board thing. Planchette. Little Hex planchette. Ch-ch. I can't help myself. There's Little Hex planchette. And Little Hex tomb. This is actually my favorite one. I think it's the eye. Look at that big googly thing. Oh yeah, focus. Yes. Focus. So in the pack, it's all three patterns. And so that's a really nice deal. As you can see, they're smalls. This is stitched on the called for 16 count linen. Sorry, 32 count linen. Doing some math in my head. 32 count linen by Mystic Fabrics. The linen is called Spring Breeze. It's a purple, and it's got some, yeah, it's got some dark purples, but it's also got some kind of white spots. Really nice. And so these measure, I don't know, this big. I was just gonna guess at inches, but I can't. There is my hand. This is this is how big. So you could call it a small or a extra medium, small medium, maybe? These all took me, I think I did one every 4 days. The ghosts go fast. They're full coverage, but they go fast. So you could definitely, stitch those up in a week. One of them maybe. I stitched, for a couple hours a day. So I'm really proud of those little spooky boys. They're really cute, and they're kind of like done. So hold on, let me get them all together. One's looking at you, one's looking to the right, one's looking to the left. Kari is a genius. She's the artist. Ah! Isn't that cute? Adorable. Okay, so if I haven't sold you on these patterns, I'm going to show you what else we got. This is, oh, wow, we doing it? Focus. No? Yeah. This is Kari's original watercolor of Hex Hotel. So she gives me the art and I turn it into a pattern. And I made some changes because like some of the smaller details, of course, like, in here, I can't get in unless the cross stitch was really big. And I knew y'all didn't want just another really big project. But I know you buy the pattern, but having the print, and my favorite part of the print is just these little details in the back, the texture of the watercolor. Wow, it's beautiful. And it's not a matte print, it's a little shiny, it's a glossy print. This is really nice, and it makes a really nice little Halloween gift. It really makes, especially if you got like a spooky, you got your spooky like design going up, you have a Halloween wall or something, this would look really cute. So we got that. We also have stickers. Little Hex teacup, made it into a sticker form. They're matte. Yeah. And then this is really amazing, and I wish I could show you a little bit more. This is a transparent sticker. So the backing is white, so when I take it off the backing, it's see-through. The O-Hex is opaque. You can't see through it, but the pink is like a pink transparent like film. So this is really cool. Oh, it's not showing up as pink, but it is pink. It's pink. Oh, it's so good. I also have some needle minders, and I gotta tell you, are they dry yet? The needle minders went really quickly. They've been up for about almost 48 hours. No, that doesn't make sense. 24 hours and like a half a day. And we're almost sold out. So I was actually just gluing the other two pieces because we don't have many left. Let me see if they're ready. Give me one sec. Oh, I'm back. I'm not gonna cut this, so you got me singing. Again, these are fresh. Oh. Huh? It's drying. Oh, hey. Oh yeah, there's the money shot. These are the glitter kind, and they're going fast. We actually sold out. We sold a whole bundle. So we sold the 3 hexes patterns, and we sold the print, and we sold the stickers, and we sold the needle minder, and the glitter ones went the quickest, and those are the ones I'm going to be running out of. And then we have, this is kind of like, I wouldn't call it a rose. Oh, that's even better. I wouldn't call it a rose gold, but it's goldy. That's showing up pretty good. And those are needle minders. What we do is, there used to be, Kari used to sell these as pins, but I said, I know what my people want. My people want a matching pattern and needle minder. That's a mighty need. I know everyone who probably watches this Flosstube, they have deep in our souls. I do, for sure. For sure. So it's a rare earth magnet that I put on the back, and I also put the back, or the attachment, is actually a flexible needle, and I find I do that, just your own needle minder nerd stuff. I find that if I have 2 rare earth magnets and they snap together, they'll crack. Like it's just a constant fight. But if I have that kind of softer magnet on there, you'll have a better chance of it not cracking in half, right? So these are not going to last very long. That's for sure. So anything you saw in what I just showed you, they're available in Kari's website, and I will also list all of them below. So I'll list every single thing. So if you just want to click one link and then get out your wallet and be like, that's what I want for Halloween, that's it. I just have to say, the reception to this whole package has been amazing, and we've really felt the love, and we're really excited about everyone loving what's going on, what we're producing. So thank you for selling out our bundles, and thank you for making the needle minders. Like, people are buying both, like, to have both, and I'm just so excited about it. So if you stitch the 3 hexes, one of the ways you can show us is #3 little hexes. And if you stitch the hex hotel, #hex hotel. I want to see them. I want to see also if you choose to do other colors, because I think they're going to have it's going to be like a lot of fun. So that's what I've been doing for the past, like, I guess it's been a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. That's all I've been doing. I've been stitching, I've been finishing, I've been social mediaing, and it's been a blast. And I'm kind of glad that everything's done. Now I just have to pack packages. Um, but these little guys really brighten up my they brighten up my space. So I hope that they do that for you too. Boo. Okay, that's the hex bundle. Let's talk. Oh, I did have another finish. I had another fully finish, but it is in the hands of someone else, one of my friends. And actually, maybe I can. Let me see if I can show you. I'll just show you on my phone. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there it is. This is a bag. Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. Oh, I liked it. Oh, there it is. I liked it. Accidentally. Do you ever do that where you're like just scrolling and you like something and we're like, ooh, that feels weird. I liked it. Okay. So there we are. I did a bag. And it was a very old, finish. This is a pattern from, I believe they're called granny panties. Very good. Panties with a Z. You kidding me? And I finished it as a bag because I just wanted it to be loved. It was sitting, I probably finished it in 2011, 2012, and it was just sitting in like one of my cabinets up here. And I opened the drawer and it was all rolled up and I thought, oh yeah, I guess I finished this and it's just sitting in there. So I'd rather a piece of art that I make be out in the world, and even if it gets dirty, like this thing is probably going to get nasty and it probably will maybe fall apart, but I don't know. I'd rather have something out in the world and like be enjoyed than something just sitting in a tub. But that's me. Like, I know there's a lot of people who have a tub full of finishes and they're happy. That's their like joy. But for me, I like to put things out into the world. And so actually I'm working on I'm working on the other ones. This was the sister sampler. Wow. Do you remember? Every day I'm hustling. How do we explain this music to the Zoomers? How do we explain ourselves? Millennials, what? We're not okay. Every day I'm hustling. This is also going to be made into a bag. Also, check out this. Wow. Look at that. Look at that, Carrie. I could not be bothered to snip. I could have not been bothered. 2011 D was like, don't have time for that. So this is going to be made into another bag similar. So I have, again, the fabric. I've got that. I've got maybe this for the sides. I've got some dots. Interlace. So that's my plan for this one too. So it's going to be made in a bag the same way, and it's going to be sent to one of my friends, and they're going to use it and abuse it, and I'm going to love it. So I'll make sure when I finish that one, I'll have it for you so I can like stick my that was rude. Stick my hand in and show you what the bag looks like and how big it is and everything. But I'll say, like, if you are ever wondering about what to do with your finishes, do a tote. Do a tote. They'll be well loved and you'll go around and you'll have it with you and people will say stuff about it. My friend who I sent the other one to, they basically said, oh yeah, the gray hairs, when I go to the fabric store with this bag, they're gonna fucking love it. Gotta get those gray hairs talking, huh? Gotta get those olds talking about your cool crafts, man. I know there's a lot of older women out there, and boy, every time you give me a compliment, my heart just grows 10 There's just something about older craft ladies who it's just like I have like 10 million moms who love me. Do I have mom issues? Maybe. Okay, that was my fully finished object. Oh, whips. Okay. I got my book back here. That's why I'm doing this. It is, I have a victory for y'all. I have a big victory. And the big victory is my rainbow Quaker sampler. Can I show you my big victory? That's what I have left. 3894. Let me see if I can, because you won't believe. I've got that little thing, and then I've got maybe one. These are 2 strands, so this is enough. Dun 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 dun. It's a floss burlesque. Oh wow, she's getting. Oh, look at that. So that's all I have left. And thank you for everyone who messaged me privately and offered to give me more of this. And I basically told y'all, don't send it to me until I absolutely need it, because I don't want to continue the curse. And what I mean is, I don't want a whole other skein of this stuff and then go through the same thing. That's all I have. This is all I have. I think I want to like make an art project out of it. Like shellac it and put it on like you know when they put those deer heads and taxidermy pieces on, like a wooden plaque, and put that on there, and just put like the winner of thread chicken. Maybe I'll send that to y'all. Maybe I'll just send this to someone, and then the curse will continue. Anyway, you want to see the project? You want to see the project, huh? You want to see my victory? I'm so excited. This is a project that I only take. I'm back to school. I'm a teacher. I teach grade 12. And so I only do it on my lunch break. So, oops, let me. Hey! Look at that! All the green done. It's kind of showing up. This is the oh, that's better. That's yellow. This is light green. And you'll notice, oh, there we are. Them some specialty stitches. Wow. So I finished this row, the green row. And there we are. Ooh, we're having a tizzy. And I had a little bit more thread left. So I'm like, okay, can we do a border? So I started it and we finished the green border. And those are Smyrna crosses? Yeah. I want to say Smirnoff crosses, but that can't be right. Do you remember when you were underage and you found like a place that didn't card and you went to that bar and the booze of your choice was Smirnoff Ices? That was my there was one jazz club in the college campus, or the college city that I went to, the university, and they did not ID. So we got irresponsibly drunk on Smirnoff Ices. And let me tell you, you only do that once and then you do not do that anymore. So look at those beautiful Smirnoff ice crosses. Gorgeous. Specialty stitches. And who do I blame for these? I blame two people. I blame Michelle from Bendy Stitchy, because she has a project right now and she's doing like grass and there's Smyrna crosses. And then also Sheila from Sunshine Stitchers. She has instilled a love of specialty stitches within me. And so I just I Googled it and I did them. And I'm going to keep on doing them. And I want to do them forever now. So this is Quaker Rainbow Tiles. The purveyor of this design, we don't. Something else happened recently with the designer, in terms of like maybe her design was very similar to a Hello from Liz Matthews design. And so if you want to know where it is, like I'll link the name below, but there are other designs out here. You don't need it in your life. Ooh. I've got a whip, and you've never seen this before. And there's a story to it. It is sampler September. And so I decided to get out. Oh, I gotta surge that, boy. I decided to get out one of my big boys. This is, as you can see, a long dog. This is one that I haven't really seen around. It's called Saint Reatham. Whoa, my camera moved. There we are. Saint Reatham. Saint Reatham. And this was my very first project that I put on linen ever. And I started it as a New Year's start in, I think, New Year's 2020. And it is a linen that is, it's 28 count, but the X's are really tiny. So it's a really, oh, look at that guy. Oh, that feeling when, huh? It's a really tight, it's a toy 28. The crosses are, but I measured it, it's a 28. This was my first linen that I used, and why would I pick such a big project? No one knows. I think I was just excited. So I've got room. There's one more page that goes there. And so I had a page done, and I decided to do a bunch of doggies before I put it away. And this kind of tree of life motif with the scissors and the crown, that's what I've been working on for September. And I really like it. I've been putting it in a Q-snap, and I've just been like, pew, pew. You know when you like two-hand something? It just like feels good. And I got my nice 28 needles, and do I need my 28 needles? No. But does it feel good? Yes. So I hope, my goal, I would love another page finish. So one page per year. Get this done in 2025. Why not? She's going to be large and in charge. And she's going to go over my mantle when I'm done with her. So long dog. Everyone needs a long dog, right? And everyone needs like one that they don't finish, and maybe I don't finish this one. But I still love it. I just can't get over. I can't get over that little friend. Oh, those are my whips. I just had two because I finished all the. I guess like these guys would all count as finishes, right? Um, but those were my only whips. So let me tell you about. Um, oh no, I forgot something upstairs. You know what? I'll tell you about it, and then maybe next video I'll show it to you because it's important. I got an order from Fat Quarter Shop because was it Julie from Kansas City Girl in a yes. Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World enabled me, Julie, and it was a piece of parchment, the color parchment, because, and this is actually the important part. Last video I got a piece of linen that was Weeks Dye Works, and Catherine from Paper Crane Stitches messaged me because I mentioned that I was going to design, Kari and I are going to come out with a big Christmas sampler. And I thought, okay, I'll design on this. And Catherine from Paper Crane Stitches said, hey, did you know about this whole thing that went down with Weeks Dye Works? Where they had a color in there that was Confederate gray. And I said, no, I did not. And Catherine said, did you know that there were black stitchers, especially black women, especially, I believe their handle was Stitching in Color. I have it written down. Yeah, Stitching in Color, who emailed the company saying, hey, why do you have like still a glorification of racism in one of your colors? And they didn't, I sound like they did not respond. But then they quietly took the color away. And one of the things that I hate the most is when someone, especially, and it's a lot of times a woman of color, a black woman or an indigenous woman, and they do a lot of labor, emotional labor, bringing up and calling in a company or a person, and then get ghosted. And that's happened to me, like as a trans educator, I get that a lot, where I call in, and by call in, if you've ever heard the term like calling in and calling out, calling in is when privately you, as a marginalized identity, touch base with someone, and it's usually someone that like you think you will have progress with. If you don't think you'll have progress with, you won't bother. So you touch base with someone and you say, hey, I noticed that I noticed something, and from my perspective, that's something that is hurtful or problematic, but I'm here to help you. If you want to change, here's a good way of doing it, maybe. So that's a call in. So by emailing a company, a black woman, a black stitcher, emailing a company that, you know, is a little too old fashioned for today's standard. A black woman, a black stitcher emailing a company, putting in that labor, that's a lot of labor. And then a company not saying thank you, or not indicating that they were educated and they're going to change because of these black women, because of the labor, that stinks. That absolutely stinks. So in terms of the lesson, if you get called in and you change something, make sure you indicate who has done the labor to help you out. So, for example, Catherine from Paper Crane Stitches reached out to me and called me in and said, "Hey, Weeks Dye Works, you might not want to design something on that and like encourage people to buy it because of the history." And I'm like, "Thank you. I was not aware." And I looked into it, and boy, no, thank you. So thank you, Catherine of Paper Crane Stitches. And thank you, any people who put in that labor to reach out to that company and to be ghosted like that, and then like that stinks. I had that happen to me. Yeah. If I reach out to you and say, "Look, I noticed this and it really doesn't sit right in my gut." And if you change something, a thank you would be a thank you is nice. And like an outwardly thank you, like telling other people that, hey, a trans person has come to me and told me that there is an issue and I changed it because of them. Like, it helps. It does help. So thank you. Thank you for anyone who went through that labor of the Weeks Dye Works labor. And because of that, I will not be using Weeks Dye Works in my designing. And I went through my stash. I have that piece of Weeks Dye Works fabric, and I have one kind of series of its thread, its floss for my shell pattern. And then that's it. So luckily that's it. So I don't have to promote that. Just like I won't promote the person who made the rainbow Quaker design. I don't need to. Anyway, that's a lesson for today. What is that called? It's called the call-in lesson. Well, maybe we'll talk about call-outs later. Or like canceling. Ooh, should I talk about canceling? Yeah. Next time. Okay, what else did I buy? Anyway, that is to say, I bought a new piece of fabric to design with, to replace that Weeks Dye Works piece. So I'll bring that in, like in October or the next time I film. I'll bring that so you can see it. What else? Oh, okay. So this is another vintage owl lady bag. Oh. First of all, these little guys. Oh my gosh. Second of all, those little guys. Wow. Third of all, look at these little pom-pom things. Oh my gosh. And then the inside. It's witch's shoes. And then this little. We're gonna, no, we're not. Okay. It's a little bad. So I bought a vintage owl lady bag in the States when I was down there, and I showed it last time, and then I just couldn't help myself. Even though the shipping was expensive to Canada, I just couldn't help myself. So it's a spooky one. I don't have any spooky products to put in this bag, but I guess I will. Maybe. Oh, maybe. Huh? Wow, yes. Yeah. What else did I get? Oh, I gotta tell you, this is a failure. So you know how I was in love with 28s size needles? I bought a DMC pack just at the Michaels, our local craft store. These are not as good as the French ones that I got last time. It's like the thread won't slide in the eye. It gets caught. So when you're stitching and you have your little tail, you kind of have to, it's just, these are not as good. I love the French ones. I'm going to be a needle snob. These are trash. I'll still use them. I have another piece of haul. This isn't stitchy, but it's, This is something I bought because of all of you. So last time I said, hey, if you learn something, you can tip me. And I have a buy a coffee link. I'll put it down below again. So yeah, if you learn something this time, you can buy me a coffee. And instead of buying a coffee, I decided to treat myself as a trans person and buy myself. This is a binder, and I realized that not maybe a lot of people out there don't know what a binder is. So let's do some trans 101. Um, a binder is a compression top, so you can see it's stiff. It's a compression top for people with breasts who want a flatter chest, kind of want to hide. And I wear a binder usually on the weekend. People wear them all the time. And it installs a confidence in me that I can't explain. Because by flattening my chest, it allows people to see me as I want to be seen, as a non-binary person. If you take away, unfortunately, breasts are a gender indicator for a lot of people. They shouldn't be, but unfortunately, they are for a lot of people. By taking that out of the equation, I appear outwardly as I feel inwardly. So binders are really important for a lot of people, a lot of trans people with breasts. A couple things, like there might be people who, and let me say that there's cis people, there's non-trans people who wear binders too. If you are interested, the company I got, so unfortunately they're expensive and I've been saving up for this one. And unfortunately, this one is a little too tight fit. So I do have to send it back. But this is a GC2B binder. And these are kind of like, I wouldn't say they're Rolls-Royce binders, but these are the standard binders that a lot of people love. And it's a racer back, so that's comfortable. A couple things, if you've never encountered a binder before and you're like interested in it, a couple things. So first of all, we should not wear them for more than like 8 to 10 hours because you are compressing your ribs and your chest. It should not be hard to breathe for you. And if it is, take some time away from your binder. You should not sleep in your binder either, because again, it's compression, and it's hard on our ribs when we wear them. So it's good to take a break. If you are interested in binders, even if you're not trans, like everyone, you can wear them. If you have breasts, you can wear them. You can always contact me and I can give you more information. But if you are a trans ally, being knowledgeable about what we go through to have the world see us as we'd like to be seen, just be aware of that. And acknowledge, like, so binders are expensive. Like the money that everyone tipped me really helped me to be able to purchase this. And a lot of young trans kids can't, especially if they're hiding like how they feel from their parents, they can't afford these. So a lot of people who start binding do it with ace bandages or duct tape. And it gets dangerous. Ace bandage binding and duct tape binding can get dangerous for your lungs and for your ribs and for your skin too. So there are programs to get trans people who can't afford binders. I'll link one below because there's a bunch of them. So if you're interested, if you are an ally, that's something to educate yourself about. And if you've never heard of binders and I informed you and, educated you, you can buy me a coffee and continue the good trans cycle so I can continue to, I guess, look the way that I want other people to see me. So anyway, I look fine in my cool, hold on, my good shirt, my good binder. So thank you. Thank you if you dropped a little, if you bought me a coffee, you did more happiness than I think you thought you would. So thank you. That was really nice. Speaking of doing happiness, it is time for the Snail Mail Club. So we call these the DIPs, the D's important people. And if you are a subscriber, and if you filled out my snail mail Google form, which it's still down below in the description, and you commented on the last video, I pick someone every time that I do a video, and I will send you some snail mail. What is going to be in the snail mail? Who knows? This time I have an Oregon Coast a needle minder that I made. I have some like Jake the Alligator Man stuff. I got some stickers. I got some, it's cool stuff. So let me pick, go to, what do they use? Oh yeah, YouTube, like a YouTube random YouTube picker. And that is my video, and we will pick. Aha! Okay. Carolyn. There we are. Carolyn, thank you for your video. Thank you for commenting. And let me just make sure you're on the list. Yes, you are. There you are. Okay, Carolyn, I'm going to send you an email, and just to make sure your address is where it should be. And for this video, I think in terms of snail mail, guess what I might do? What if I just printed you off a copy? Yeah. So Carolyn will be getting my Oregon Coast summertime snail mail package. If you would like a snail mail package that may or may not include just some printed patterns that I print out and staple and put in an envelope. If you would like that, and maybe more, who knows, maybe see what I got kicking around, comment below. You don't have to use any keywords, just tell me my hair looks good or something. Wait, it's kind of, just comment with anything. Carolyn just thanked me for my video, so you could just do that. Just say thank you. And if you comment and you're a subscriber, oh, I have to make, Carolyn, I gotta make sure you're a subscriber. I'll make sure, I'll look. I will. And also fill out my snail mail form. If you do those 3 things in this video, next time I will send some snail mail to you. And it may or may not be just a printed pattern that I have created. Wink. So, we are under an hour. Feels like forever. Okay, I think that's it. When is the next Flosstube going to be? Do not know. Last time I said a month, and it's been like 2.5 weeks because I was so excited about the hexes that I wanted to film something. So maybe before the end of September, maybe. People just message me all the time. Maybe before the end of September, I'll do another one. Who knows? It'll be a trick. Anyway, it will be at least in 4 weeks, if not sooner. That is my promise to you. No more than 4, no less than, no less than 3, maybe, who knows. Okay. Anyway, what do I say each video? I say, be a kind person, whatever person you may be. Your Stitch Daddy loves you. That's me. See ya.